Every facilitator who is good at blending will attest to the fact that blending is the most essential part of the reading process. It is also the most difficult part because not all facilitators are able to help learners to blend, especially when the numbers in class is huge. A facilitator can be very good at phonics, but it does not guarantee the fact that the person can be good at teaching it. Jolly Phonic groups and other organizations have been going around to offer training for facilitators, but yet learners are still struggling to blend. It is a different thing to teach, learn phonics, and it's also different from teaching it. Blending is a special skill on its own. And if children are not able to acquire the blending skill, still they will not be able to read. Now, when you take 100 facilitators who have been trained to teach learners to read, only about 5% of them are able to actually help learners to read before they move to the next class. I have almost always excelled because I focus more on blending. I help the children to acquire blending skill right from the beginning. And this knowledge is what they use to apply in reading other books. Reading Clinic Ghana has come to help both facilitators and learners. So we are saying that no matter where you had your reading training, we are going to help you to be able to help your learners to read well. We want to retrain and coach reading facilitators so that they will win the war against reading in their schools. Yes, we are going to do online training for all reading facilitators and also conduct reading seminars to facilitate the reading process. We therefore encourage all facilitators to help facilitate the reading process wholeheartedly. Yes, so I would like to briefly explain to you how I do my blending. So for instance, I have my sounds over here. So supposing today I want to do this sound, I have already taught this sound and the children know that this sound is what? S. So we go over it. It's like the snake. S. They already know this sound. Ah. So when I put this and this sound together, I help the children to mention it from the beginning, those who don't know anything at all. Ah, sa, they say, so ah, sa. Then I come and do like this. Ah, they say sa, then I'll come and add to. Then I'll ask you to say sa, and then to. So they will say sa, to. Sa, to. Then finally I'll ask you to say it faster. Then they go like this. Sat. It's a gradual process. From the beginning, you have to say, blend it, put it together, say it for them to hear, and then they also practice it. So as you go on, they will now apply the blending skills. Yeah, so today we want to focus on the sound P. So before we do the sound P, we go over. Let's pay attention to the sounds on this line. The children already know S, A, T, I, So today's sound is what? P. So before I teach them, we go over these sounds. Then I teach them the sound of the day. That is puff out your candles, puff. Puff out your candles, puff. So I'll come and demonstrate how to write the sound, puff. Now we have already taught puff. We want to, find out whether the children can blend the previous sound they have learned to the new sound. So I have puff. And I'll come and write I, puff, I. Then I'll go with the children, puff, I, P, puff, I, P. Then I'll add any sound on this one because I've already taught them. So let me add So we go puff, I, P, puff, I, P. Then I'll ask them to say P, and then So they will say P, 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 Then I'll ask them to say it faster. P. This is how we do it from the beginning. And then when they acquire the blending skill, now as soon as you write P, I, they are able to say what? P. You don't just get up and then come and write P, I, and then you expect the children to mention because you haven't taught them the sound. So today's sound is what? P. And then I'll go back. I'll not come and pick any sound here. I'll not come and write P, S because I have not taught them the S sound. I only use the sound that I've already taught them to form the word. So in blending, you say the individual sounds, you listen to the individual sound, you say it, and then the word will pop out. So P, I'm saying it. Po. I. As soon as you say po, I. The word pin will pop out. That is how I do my blending. In my career as a reading facilitator, I have actually learned a lot. I realized that teaching reading is not an easy task, and facilitators should be able to, go the extra mile. It took me some number of years to gain this experience, and I've been able to help a lot of children. In fact, every learner is a potential reader. It is up to we, the facilitators, to take our time to let them acquire the blending skill. It's not easy at all, but then with patience and then with good methodology, we'll be able to help our learners to read at a very young stage. Yes, so children as young as 3 years, 4 years can learn to read when they are properly guided. So please, facilitators, if you are struggling or if you have any challenge, just consult us. The Reading Clinic has actually come to help, and we will be able to help you to achieve your aim. Thank you.
My name is Satra Kofi Ado. I am in Basic 1. I am 4 years old. I love reading because it makes learning easy. I love reading because it makes me happy. Yes. Moat Farm. This is Moat Farm. Farmer green leaf on Moat Farm. Ben and Neb are sheepdogs. Neb and Ben help on the farm. This morning, Ben and Neb ran up the hill and helped round up the sheep. Farmer Green checks that the sheep are well. Neb and Ben rest in the back of the truck.
Find it difficult and need to be taught exactly what to do. Facilitators are expected to help every learner to learn to read, and this is a difficult task to achieve, especially in the classroom alone. This is because every child has a peculiar problem that has to be solved. When the problem is diagnosed or identified, it makes it easier to resolve, and facilitators alone cannot do it. As a reading facilitator and a parent, any reading lesson that I teach at school, I reinforce it at home with my kid. I encourage my learners to also practice it at home with their parents. I normally put learners into groups according to their abilities and assign them with different tasks. By the end of the academic year, most learners in my class read before going to primary school.
If you observe the two teachers, Madam Jane and Mrs. Aka, you can clearly see that they are at war against reading. If you go to even most private schools, the various classrooms have been decorated though. It's hard to find out that 80% of the posters, the learning materials, the things and any other learning material pasted with and hung within the classroom depict the process of reading. If you observe, if you go to their various classrooms, you will find out that they have a target. They want to hit it, and the target is clear. They want to make sure Mrs. Aka is in KG1 and Madam Jane is in KG2. Mrs. Aka wants to make sure that the children start the reading process, even reading in passages, sentences, before getting to KG2. So even if they are able to read slowly, Madam Jane will speed up the process because they have another one academic year to finish up before they get to the basic one and as such the basic school as well. So if you go to their classrooms, if you observe what they are doing, you will find out that they want to make every pupil or learner read before getting to the primary school. And this is what we are advertising. This is what we are campaigning. This is what we are recommending to every reading facilitator, that the best thing you can do for a pupil is to make him or her read. Make him or her read before getting to the primary school. It makes it easy to learn and they enjoy learning too. There's no problem. Reading clinic is available. We are here with one of the most experienced facilitators. So we hope to learn, and we hope to help facilitators who actually want to master the process of teaching reading.
Learn to read with Reading Clinic Ghana, yes.
Together with you, let's make your words read within 18 months.
Reading Clinic Ghana?
Yes, it's possible.
Reading Clinic Ghana?
We don't teach, we help.